Good morning, everyone. We are here outside the lovely Wills Throckmorton Stevens Primary School in Marigot. It is in the heart, you could say the heart of Marigot, right on what is called Weir's Flat. And we are here this morning for the MayFest 2024 Marigot Village Health Fair. And it's sponsored by the St. Andrew's Hospital Foundation, as well as various businesses in Dominica, where we see Fresh Market here. And of course, we know all of this is in collaboration with the Marigot Development Corporation. And we have here the chairman of the Marigot Development Corporation, Mr. Michael Pascal.
Yeah, thank you, Emonews. Thanks for being with us here this morning. We really appreciate Emonews making the extra effort to be in Marigot and things Marigot. Today is the first day of part one of MayFest 2024. And today is a health fair, which is hosted by St. Andrew's Hospital Foundation and sponsored by Fresh Market Pharmacy. So we want to thank both Fresh Market Pharmacy and the St. Andrew's Hospital Foundation for making this event so possible. All right, so this is the first event on the MayFest 2024 calendar. And even at this stage, I want to invite all persons in Marigot, Concord, and environs to come out. The health team is here, the health experts are here. Come and get your check. Come and check your blood pressure, check your prostate. Come and get your screening done. So this is a great opportunity to start MayFest healthy. Remember, your health is your wealth. So come out here this morning and get your health checked, and then we'll know you're ready, for MayFest 2024.
And Mr. Pascal, on behalf of Emonews, we just want to congratulate you and your board for the hard work that you all are doing, and we want to wish you all the success for this MayFest and onwards.
Thank you very much, Emonews, and stay with us, help us to spread the word.
Definitely.
And you've done a great job, and we really appreciate it.
Definitely. So viewers, we are going to take you along the routes to see what is available here at the Marigot Health Fair. Once again, if you are in the area, come on down. It's all free, and they're going to be here until 4 o'clock. Thank you.
All right, thanks. Yeah.
So once again, it is all about the health fair this afternoon, sponsored, of course, by the Marigot Development Corporation, as well as Fresh Market, and the gold sponsor, platinum sponsor, St. Andrew's Hospital Foundation. And when you come, you may get, I got it, I don't know if you will get it, a lovely little tote bag saying St. Andrew's Hospital Foundation. And we have some other sponsors down here as well. We're saying Q95, we're saying Digicel, Afuawi Big Shop, and Country Style Bread. So we're seeing here that they have prostate cancer checks, cervical, breast, blood pressure, and diabetes check. So when you come into the school, again, this is the primary school. If you're not from the area, but you want to participate, you can simply ask anybody on what is called Weir's Flat, where is the primary school. When you come to the primary school, you enter the gate, you come to this tent here, where you register. And then you proceed. We won't be showing people's faces so close up because there is all of these privacy issues. But after you register, then you come this way for what is called screening. So right there, you will get your pressure checks, you will get your diabetes checks, so you get screened, and then you proceed this area. And we're going to see some of the labels that we have here today. And we see Miss Sandra Green, who is on the committee of the St. Andrew's Hospital Foundation, and she's really busy. We may be able to get some comments from her later. So that's Miss Sandra Green right there, former teacher. And this area is for a survey that is done after. So maybe you can make recommendations or say how you appreciated the activity. So that's for the survey. This is one of the first books that you will see, and it says Health Education. So we want to go in here. We want to go in here and see what we can learn here today.
Let's
So right here we have, I know this is a familiar face. Okay, so he says he's not the main person today, and this is Lester Guy. Familiar face in Dominica. Hi, good morning. Let me get a mic for you. So you could just hold this for me. Thank you. Okay. So what information are you sharing with us today?
Okay, today we are doing sexual health, specifically HIV and AIDS. We're also touching on other sexual transmitted infections like HPV, syphilis, gonorrhea, and we are providing condoms as well.
So what do you want to say to the persons who are listening?
We're just asking people to protect themselves, especially since this is MayFest and jazz and all the activities.
So introduce and you can also.
I'm having some.
So this is it, okay? Look at me. Can I say? You should look to hold it.
Oh,
The signal is difficult for electrical, I mean, even signal.
okay. Oh, okay.
Okay, so we're having some connectivity issues when we go inside of the room. So we're going to try our best to stay outside and still get the work done. So this second booth we are seeing is from the National Drug Abuse Prevention Unit. Good morning.
Good morning, and how are you?
I'm fine, thanks. And yourself?
I'm fine, thank you.
And what information are you sharing with us today?
Okay, well, today, as normal, the unit is continuing to educate and sensitize the public about the uses and abuses and drug use among in various ways. We have information on all of the commonly used drugs in Dominica, like alcohol, and we have some information about the law, the SRO that just passed, the decriminalization of marijuana in the Commonwealth of Dominica. We educate the people about the new one of the new drugs that has washed our shores, ecstasy, and we speak on one of the drugs that is most popular, marijuana, among others, right? So we continue to educate the people and let them know that drugs and alcohol affect every part of your body, from every part of your organs, from your head to your toes, and it is important for you to be cautious with use, right? We are also we have a few questions, and we ask the public to dip, and whichever one of them gets the answer correct, we give them one of our pens that with our theme, responsibility is the key to being drug free.
Now, can you tell me anything about statistics wise in Dominica? Have we seen an increase in drug use or a decrease? Because some people say, for example, when you decriminalize, well, when the marijuana is decriminalized, we may see how do you call it? A decrease in use, since it's no longer that forbidden thing. So, do you have any statistics?
There is not actually. Although I want to choose my words wisely, because I do not want to be quoted too much after that.
Understood.
It happens. What I can say is from our own from our own observation, we have seen more young people with using it. We see it in our different communities. We see it with the boys on the block. One of the things that the public must remember is that the SRO says you're not supposed to be smoking in a public place. Okay, Dominicans, you're not supposed to be using marijuana in a public setting. However, we do see it. We see it all over the place. And we do see a lot of people who who allegedly may have been doing it in private. We see it now happening a lot more. We see it on the buses, we see it in private vehicles, we see it on the roads. Okay, allegedly. I'm using that word because I cannot quote any statistics per se.
Understood.
Okay?
Understood.
Because I do not want to put my
Understood.
units.
Understood.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Now, my follow-up question: what are the plans of the Drug Abuse Prevention Unit? I mean, speaking from even my own personal observations, I will say that I don't really feel Drug Abuse Prevention Units.
Say that again.
I don't really like feel the units, in terms of their promotions and so on. So are there any plans to make the unit more visible? Because you can agree that this is information that needs to be out there in the public. We almost need to be bombarded with information about drugs.
Okay, well, this is the thing, right? Yes, being visibility and branding is always important for our unit, among others, right? And we are and continue to try our best to sensitize the public in the best way that we can. We are hoping to continue putting up, part of our future plan is to work on the electronic billboards that is already in the works, as well as just the normal billboards at the side of the road. So we are hoping that in this new quarter that is coming up, that can be accomplished, right? But the unit we always put forward programs. We work with our communities, we work with our schools, we work with our health centers. Today, as a part of the Marigot Health team, I am present. You understand? My unit, we work with our health teams in every single one of our districts, the southeast, the west, the Roseau, the south, you understand? And of course, the north and the northeast. We work with our health teams, we work with our health centers, we do sessions in as much as we can, we work with our teachers, we go into our high schools, we do walkthroughs. This month coming up, we are supposed to be in the community of Maho. Last month, we were in the community of Montine. So we are doing our best, you understand? That with the few employees that we have, we are doing our best. We are going all across the island as best as we can. We are speaking to them and passing on the information. But this is the thing. The public has to be willing to work with us as well. You understand? A lot of people, they forget that we are part of the primary prevention team, and everybody assumes that we are supposed to go and just say, you go to rehab, you go to rehab, you go to rehab. No, that's not how it works. The public has to be willing to work with us. Families have to be willing to work with us. Parents especially. Parents have to be willing to work with us. And if that is not happening, then we cannot continue. Right? So that's where we are.
You mentioned rehab. What rehabilitation services are available on island?
Well, at this moment, someone can go through the acute psychiatric unit as a form of detoxification. And if needs be, the doctors at that center can transfer you to the rehabilitation center overseas. We use St. Lucia, we use Barbados, but that is only if it needs be. And again, if the person is willing, because the person has to be willing, and if not the public, but the family is willing.
So that's at a cost to the family?
Oftentimes, yes.
Okay.
To my knowledge, yes.
Okay. Can you tell us who is the head of the unit presently?
Of my unit?
Yes.
Okay, the director of the National Drug Abuse Prevention Unit is Miss Martha Jarvis.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
So again, we are here at the MayFest Health Fair at Marigot, and we are here in the health education. We are here in the health education department, should I say departments of the health fair. So we just heard from the HIV and AIDS response unit. So they are here and they are encouraging persons to come in and have a talk with them. They have condoms available for those who are not able to buy them. They are giving them free of charge. And you know, MayFest is coming along and they want to encourage persons to protect themselves. Then we heard from our drug prevention units. And they also have some questions there with some little tokens. And now we want to hear from our health education units. Good morning. And can you tell us what you are displaying here today?
Okay, so what we have on display is basically the serving size of different foods that are common to the population. Basically, as part of the health promotion unit, we basically educate the persons on how they should eat to be healthy and in the prevention of non-communicable diseases. And when I speak of non-communicable diseases, I'm saying we are speaking of diabetes and high blood pressure, as well as some of the common cancers that persons encounter with. So we basically encourage persons to eat more fruits, more vegetables, as these are the ones that are protective in the fight against disease, in an infection. Even a simple thing as the common flu, they help to your body to bounce back or to even prevent that infection. Then we always say that you cut back on sugar, salt, and fat, as these are the risk factors or leading factors to most of the non-communicable diseases. You have the salt, high level of salt, high blood pressure, too much sugar. You have diabetes as well as cancer. So we basically just here giving information to the people of Marigot for the MayFest Health Fair.
And some of the foods that you have there that you're telling us to stay away from, is that bread?
Yes, we have bread.
Is that beans at the back by the hot dog? Yes, right here. What's this one? What's that?
Beans, baked beans.
Oh, baked beans. Yeah. So it's advisable to...
Yeah, the beans are always healthy for you to eat.
Okay.
Except for when you look at the baked beans, which come with a bit of sugar in it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And so you have baked beans, and that is basically the amount, but most times we take more than that when we eat the baked beans. And yes, we had the bread. You know, it's the whole wheat, whole grain bread, and basically a slice. That is what you need once you're eating a lot of fruits and vegetables.
So one slice would suffice for like a breakfast?
Slice once you have something else to go with it.
Okay, okay. But I mean, this is very important because especially for men, you know, I mean, I don't want to be, what's the word?
For the men, they can, based on the work they do, they could take two three slices. But the ladies, most times, it's just one slice.
Just one slice.
And then, but you must be eating, for you not to eat too much bread, you must have a lot of vegetable on your plate, which is basically half a plate of vegetables.
Okay, thank you. And right now, you know, we can see a lot of vegetables around island because we have our cucumbers, we have our lettuce. And so that shouldn't be a problem for persons to eat more veggies. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
And you represent?
Well, I represent the health promotion
unit.
Okay,
so you all are together.
So I am a health educator. Yes, I work alongside Miss Shrinkwas. Yes. So right here we display general information. With health promotion, we encourage individuals to, you know, make positive lifestyle changes where they take charge of their health. So as we say in health promotion, your health is your responsibility. And with that, we encourage individuals to make positive lifestyle changes. And one way in which we do that is through education. So here we have we provide different information on different types of communicable as well as non-communicable diseases. So we have high blood pressure, diabetes, prostate cancer, cervical cancer, cancer of the uterus. Just general information to help inform the people of the information, that common information that they can generally know so that they can make the lifestyle change that may be positively influencing to them. So for example, you know, we have the diabetes here, we have the hypertensive here. For the communicable diseases, we have dengue fever. You know, recently we had a little bit of increase in some of the dengue fever cases. We have gastroenteritis, you know, seasonal flu. All these type of things is just to help people to know, hey, this is something that I need to look out for. These are the things that I can do so that I can help to protect myself as well as to protect my family.
I mean, from someone who has been to to these sort of sessions before. I am especially interested in this one, because this one is a new gastroenteritis. So is that something that we're seeing an increase in persons suffering with?
Well, gastroenteritis is not anything new. It has been around, but there are just certain times of the year where you may see an increase as well as a decrease. Right now, I cannot say that there's an increase or a decrease, but then there's always, cases all throughout the year. So with gastroenteritis, we have to know that it is waterborne as well as foodborne. It's the things that we consume, put inside of our bodies. So when we go out there, especially with the MayFest coming up and the jazz coming up, we have to be mindful of the things that we put inside of our bodies. If you're going out to buy food, we're encouraging individuals to, hey, use your senses, use your eyes, use your nose, use your mouth to taste. If a food's supposed to be hot, it should be hot when served to you, right? If it doesn't look the way that it's supposed to, that should raise some red flags. Look at the surroundings of the areas in which the food is prepared, because these areas are key to know, hey, should I buy from this person? Should I not buy from this person? Is this person certified? Do they have their food handler's permit? They should always be on display. The hair covering of the staff, how they serve you. Is the same person serving you handling the money as well as the food? Do they have any stations around in which they can wash their hands? Because sanitation is key. We need to think about these things. So even when we're going out, we're just thinking, boy, I'm hungry, I need something to eat. Hey, we need to also think of, when I go home, will this food make me sick? All right, so we're just encouraging individuals, be mindful of the things that you consume. Look at the food and try your best to ensure that it is the safest to consume.
But when I said new, I didn't mean new in terms of the disease. I meant in terms of being included in the brochures.
We have had this distributing. We go along to different schools as well as in the health centers as well as in the community to actually educate individuals on gastroenteritis.
Okay. I want to say gastroenteritis. We're talking a little bit more than just, like the regular gas. We're talking about...
No, so we're not talking about,
what we call gas.
That, I didn't eat breakfast this morning and my stomach is troubling me and I have gas. No, we're talking about the stomach and talking about inflammation, right? As a result of including bacteria or viruses inside of our body that could actually affect our digestive system.
Yeah, there's one in water. I'm trying to remember. HP. It starts with H. Something with H. Yeah. There's one, and I think you get it through water, but it's not coming. It's not coming to me at this time. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, thank you for sharing this information with us. I see here cancer and nutrition.
Yes.
A critical link.
Yes.
Can you tell me just, I mean, I don't expect you to know everything. Can you just give me...
So it's basically in terms of, foods that are more healthy in terms of consumption. We don't say that there are bad foods and there are good foods. We're more or less talking about the quantity of a certain amount of food that you consume. Because some foods provide more nutritional benefits to the public than others. And this is the key thing here. We're not saying you cannot have ice cream. We're not saying you cannot have cake. However, there are foods that may be healthier, much healthier for you, such as fruits and vegetables, right? So with the cancer and nutrition, the critical link is basically saying, hey, if you eat more of these foods, such as fruits and vegetables, foods that are not high in salt and sugars, they may be healthier to you, thus decreasing the chances of you coming down with certain types of cancers.
Well, thank you so very much.
Welcome. I have a 7 day.
Thank you, you too. Okay, so we are here at the Marigot Will Strathmore Stevens School. I almost said Marigot Primary School, but we are here at the Will Strathmore Stevens School for the MayFest Health Fair, and we will come over to see our Best Price Pharmacy and our Fresh Market Pharmacy, but we'll come over to them in a little bit as we just go on to show you. So this is health education. Just going to show you just a few of so these are some of the more sensitive areas, so I have to be very careful how I pass here. So I'm seeing the next one says pap smear And of course, as you'd imagine, the door is closed, and also they have a screen as well. So you don't have to worry about your privacy being invaded here. The other one says prostate. The door is opened, but they have a screen. And of course, they respect your privacy. You know, persons in health take privacy very seriously. And then we have the eye screening as well. Another important area or department that you can access here today. And on the other side, we have some more persons from environmental health. And then we're going to go back by our pharmacy and see what they have available here today. So this is environmental health unit. So of course, if you come and access this booth, you will receive the necessary information that you need. Oh, you don't tell me, don't come there. Okay, so we are here for our lovely ladies with their lovely products. And I suspect some might be for giveaways. I suspect these bottles, you know, we love our giveaways here. We use these bottles for our children's snack bottles. So you all need to come down and answer your questions. I know I saw them before asking questions and giving away their freebies. So you gotta come on down and enjoy what is here to offer. This is Fresh Market Pharmacy. Quality, great service, best value. And then I think they also have Best Price Pharmacy representing. And this is the Israel Khan, notable figure in Dominica. I said Israel Khan. Hi Israel, how are you?
I'm fine.
So what you have on, let me get you a mic. Just so that we, okay. Here Israel, you can just hold it in your hand, that's fine. Can you tell us what products you have on display here today?
Well, first, we are here being part of MayFest, and we always appreciate being part of MayFest, and we're always thankful for the opportunity to give back to society, whether it's in the form of information or whether it's in the form of donations or giveaways. Fresh Market and Best Price and Fine Foods Inc. are always looking for opportunities to do that. Today, because the focus is on cancer prevention, we concentrate on a number of supplements that can be used to help prevent one from reduce the risk of developing cancer. It is not very easy to prevent cancer because there are a number of different factors that can affect whether one develops cancer or not. However, there are a number of things we can do to reduce our risk of developing the various types of cancers. And supplements and nutritional supplements are one of the key things because we never get the necessary nutrients that our body need from the foods that we eat, and as a result of that, it increases our risk for developing different type of sicknesses, not just cancer. So that's the reason why we are concentrating here today on quite a few supplements that one can use to keep themselves healthy. The more you keep yourself healthy, is the lower your risk for developing whatever form of cancer that it is. So
before you go further, Israel, right? Because I know some people are listening to you and they are feeling a little apprehensive because you know that we are a traditional society. And so we are not bent on using all of this, what we call manufactured products. So if you have somebody like this in front of you, and you do have somebody like this in front of you, because I am really not the one who would go and use the manufactured products. I would prefer to go and ask my granny. What bush for that? So how do you handle someone who thinks like that?
Okay, I'm going to mean this here. Supervision. You see what's in it? Herbal extracts. So most of these preparations here are herbal extracts. For example, this one here for the prostate. It's all about herbal extracts that have been used and proven for a number of years to help reduce the risk of developing prostate cancer in men and help maintain the health of the prostate gland so that a man can maintain his manhood. You understand? So we have this one here. We have another one there. This one as well. This contains things like sopalmetto, pumpkin seed, lycopene, citrus pectin powder, cat's clock, and Korean ginseng. These are all natural herbal extract. We just make it easier to, for the patient. Because can you imagine you'd have to take, you'd have to have each of these of these ingredients to make a tea. You cannot get it. So the manufacturer, they extract the nutrients from the plant and they put it in the form of a capsule or tablet for you, making it easier for you. So it's nothing like about tradition. As a matter of fact, most of these preparation or these herbal preparation in their country of origin are basically traditional products. However, even if you believe in tradition, one must face the fact that we don't get the necessary nutrients we need from our diet, from the food that we eat. For example, bread. What do we get from bread?
Carbohydrates.
Carbohydrates only. So they may sprinkle some grains on it or in it, but that is not sufficient to give you no amount of necessary vitamins and minerals and antioxidants that your body needs. Hence the reason for these supplements. I am a big proponent for people using supplements because of the fact that they manufacture foods that we eat. Even our local provisions. I was doing a research when I in preparation for here because I'm supposed to give a talk a little later. And one of the things that several of the researchers were saying is that the chemically produced vegetables and provisions are much lower in nutritional value and content than the organically grown one. So if you're a tradition, how do you grow your plants at home? And what plants do you grow? There are so many different plants of plants extract that have health benefits. Some of them we don't grow here. For example, ashwagandha. We have ashwagandha here. It comes all the way from the Himalayan mountains. Okay? And it plays a very, very important part in boosting energy and releasing stress.
And we can trust Israel that the products chosen by Best Price Pharmacy and Fresh Market Pharmacy have gone through all of the necessary trials and are backed by evidence-based research.
Well, definitely, especially when herbal preparations come along, or companies come along with herbal medicines. We want to see facts. We want to see the research. We want you to give us the information. And we also want to know where is your information coming from. Now we have a policy where we try to carry products that come from reputable source, not fly-by-night company. And people who listen to my radio program would always hear me say be very careful about buying products on the internet, herbal products on the internet. A lot of them is total rubbish. Some of them it is lawn grass that they put in a capsule and they put a nice fancy write-up. They tell you that's a good powerful male enhancer, mind over matter. A man will take it and it may work for him because of his mind. You understand? So it's very important to scrutinize those products before we bring them in. Yes, definitely.
Okay, so you want to just tell us some more, and you are selling today as well?
No, we only have one display to give information.
Okay.
So we have for pregnant women, we have for men 70 years of age and women 70 years of age and over. We have for cardiac health, we have for diabetes, we have for memory like the ashwagandha, the ginkgo, the ultra ginkgo ginseng combination. We have for diabetes, we have for prostate, we have for the immune system, we have, well, as I said diabetes already. We also have sexual enhancer like the Maca. This company here, Weber Natural, anyone can look it up on the internet. This is one of the biggest herbal research companies in Canada. All right, and they make a number of products, a number of very, very potent and very effective products.
I have another question, Israel. Okay, for somebody like me, and you know, I like to speak from my own experiences. I'm hearing you speaking here, and I'm like, but I need the one for memory. I need the one for the heart. I need the one for. Would you advise someone to take, you know, like a few multivitamins, or do you do it like in stages? So say this month I treat my mind for the memory, and then maybe next month I take another one. What would you advise me?
It depends on your condition. It depends on how you feel. It depends on what you looking for. Someday somebody come and they really don't know what they're looking for. They're just feeling tired and drained and so on. We don't just give you a supplement. No. Myself and my staff will have a discussion with you. We want to know what have you been taking, what condition that you have been sick. Are you taking prescription medicines, or are you on maintenance medicines? What sickness you may have, if any. We need to know those things. What supplement or medicine that your auntie men in Power sent for you from overseas, and these things are important. So we'll have we will definitely have a discussion with you before we recommend something. As a matter of fact, we'll help you. Our role is to help you select the appropriate product for your condition or your state at the time.
Okay.
So like these here, these are the samples of some of the anti-cancer drugs, or some of the medication that are used in the treatment of various types of cancer, breast cancer, prostate cancer, etc., etc.
Based on your own observations of persons who come in, what would you say our health state is not the word now, but our general health outlook in Dominica is it as it used to be before, you know, like the non-communicable ones, like the hypertension and the diabetes, or are we seeing an increase in other sorts of ailments?
Of course, because we didn't have all the diabetes we had before, and the simple reason for that, lifestyle, the fast food, the lack of exercise. I travel on buses sometimes, and the passenger wants the bus driver to practically drop them in their bedroom.
You're very right.
Instead of stopping at the end of the road and walking in, they want the vehicle to drop them right in their bedroom. So we don't have that level of physical activity that we used to have. Some of us sit at the desk all day, hardly move, and we don't drink enough water, and we still eat all the fast foods. We still eat the junk. Dominicans right now hardly cook at their home, especially on a Saturday and on a Sunday. And when we grew up, Saturday and Sunday was family food time. That's when the best food was being cooked. But right now, it's the fast food. You understand?
Sure.
So we are now reaping the reward for what we sow. Bad lifestyle. Case closed.
True.
Bad lifestyle.
My final question. I'm noticing a lot more products for men and what's a way to say it?
For men than women?
No, in terms of, I want to talk about the erectile Function.
Erectile dysfunction.
Dysfunction, yeah. So I was looking for, I think there's an appropriate word for it.
Yes.
But my question is, are we seeing an increase in that, or is it just men being more comfortable having these conversations?
Well, I would say both, though. I would say both. Again, we go back to lifestyle. Really fails men a lot of times because of lifestyle. We're not eating properly, we are not getting enough rest, and we are not exercising sufficiently. Okay? So really tends to underperform when the body is not functioning at its full capacity. Also, the stress level now is much higher than before. Also, our consumption of alcoholic beverages as well will contribute to a weakened I could call it a weakened sexual performance in both men and women, because we have women that comes to us. I have women that comes to us or call me or message me and to find out what do we have for our sexual enhancement we have for women. Yes, we have sexual enhancement for women, but we have to have a conversation, because sometimes it's not because they just don't have feelings. They are going through hormonal changes. They are going through menopause, and we find more women now are entering menopause at a much earlier age. And it's the same thing we talk about the diabetes and the non-communicable diseases. We are seeing them now happening at a much younger age than it used to before. You understand? Before, it's old people, as far as we're concerned, when we were growing up, it's old people like to have diabetes, and old people that used to have high blood pressure,
Yes, Israel.
But right now, young people.
Definitely.
And a lot of young people, by the time they find out that they have diabetes or high blood pressure, sometimes it's too late. It's too late. I worked in the public service. I worked in Marigot, in Portsmouth, in Laplane, in Castle Bruce, in Roseau, and I know of situations where people fell on their job, they rush them to the hospital, and bam, they're gone.
That's true.
Then their family members are shocked. But the condition was there brewing. Hence the importance for activities like that.
Definitely.
Screening. Screening is very, very important. And that was my topic on this radio yesterday. The importance of early screening. Because you can screening is not just for cancer. You do your for example, at Fresh Market, at Best Price, today, we have our bi-weekly health checks, where we do free blood pressure check, free blood sugar check. One of these days, marketing must invite you to come and cover one such session.
Definitely.
Because we're encouraging people to know your numbers, know your status, know your state. You understand? So that's why screening is very, very important. For example, colon cancer. That's the third biggest cancer in Dominica. And it can easily be prevented by simply early screening. Colorectal cancer, or they simply call it colon cancer. Breast cancer as well. But early detection is important. Cervical cancer, hence the pap smear, like the screenings that they are doing here today. So fears like that are very, very important. And I wish community groups and organizations can do more of those such screening to assist the community. Because some people don't like to go to the doctor, but some of them, they don't have the resources to go to the doctor. Some of them are afraid to go to the health centers, but they will come to an activity like that. So if they are not coming, if we can go to them and we can meet them halfway, then we can help them live a better quality of life. Because a stitch in time saves 9.
Yes, 9, yes. Israel, it's so easy to speak to you.
Thank you so much.
That's one of the things I noticed. It's so easy to speak to you.
Thank you.
And just tell us about some of these machines that you have available.
Yeah, this is a nebulizing machine. Very, very, very easy to use, and it is 220 volts.
Okay.
Okay, it's 220 volts.
It's good to have on hand at home.
Yes, and I encourage any family who has children or an individual that have asthma or suffers from bronchitis to make sure they have a nebulizer at home, because that can save a life. Because if you can have to nebulize a child in that is about having a crisis, that can save their life and allow you to get them to the hospital where they can get the necessary treatment. Okay. Another equipment we also encourage people to have at their home is their blood pressure monitor. Whether you have people that suffer from high blood pressure, I believe every home or every household should have a blood pressure monitor and a blood sugar machine. They should have one. A blood pressure machine, a blood sugar machine. That is very, very, very
And you said
important.
you don't even need to have somebody who is suffering from it. You would recommend that. So, for example, me, you would recommend that I have
you have one
of each.
Because somebody may visit you.
Oh, okay.
They may be hypertensive.
Okay.
Sometimes you yourself may not be feeling well. We get that all the time. There are persons that come to the pharmacy and then they say they're not feeling well. They will say they have a headache, they have pressure in their neck and so on, and then we will check their pressure for them, and then their pressure is sky high. Ooh. What do? We send them straight to the hospital. Sometimes we even provide, I'm talking about at Fresh Market and Best Price, and sometimes we provide transportation to take them to the hospital.
Wow.
Because we don't even want them to say they go in and for them not to go.
Yes,
because the next thing they may just be a statistic. You understand? So we encourage that you get a blood sugar machine and a blood pressure machine at your. There are different types with different levels of technology. So you get one that suits your budget and one that suits your knowledge of technology and how to use the machines.
I like those that go on the wrist. I find that putting out to the arm is a little bit taxing, but I like that they're making them so simple now that you just attach it to your wrist.
Well, the advantage of the one with the wrist is that it can fit into your bag.
Yes.
And into your purse.
Yes.
You understand? But it's very important. And very soon we'll be launching a free blood glucometer program. Yes, very soon we'll be launching not a free but a new brand of glucometer.
Okay.
A new brand with much higher technology than what is currently on the market.
I notice you have a pulse oximeter. What's the reason for knowing your pulse?
Because your pulse is linked to your heart. Your pulse is your heart rate. Sometimes you may be feeling anxious, and it's your heart that races. Sometimes you take a substance and you do not know, especially the caffeinated energy drinks. You may take that and you may take one, and then your body is not accustomed of taking that level of caffeine. That is why I don't encourage people to take those energy drinks.
Okay.
Because of the high level of sugar, taurine, and caffeine that is in there. And we all know how caffeine can cause your heart to race.
So in cases like that, what would you advise someone to do? Like say you find your heart racing, you just go lie down or go to the ER?
Somebody may be feeling bad, and when they use the oximeter, they realize their heart rate is either high or low. Once it's abnormal, the next step is to get it checked, do a blood pressure check. Okay? If the blood pressure is normal, then you need to just go to the ER.
Okay. That's right. I spent so much time here with you this morning.
You so much. We appreciate
like I said before, it's because you're such an easy person to talk to and quite knowledgeable on all your products and health issues. Thanks for talking with us this morning.
Thank you then, and all the best.
Thank you. So once again, we are here at Marigot for MayFest Health Fair, and we are seeing here the marketing team over at Fresh Market and Best Price Pharmacy. They are here represented in their numbers and with their freebies. I love talking about the freebies because, you know, people love the freebies. We go to the schools and we see the students using their water bottles and so on. So we just want to remind the people that freebies are available here today and they can come on down. So this is Emonews and we are saying goodbye from MayFest Health Fair 2024. Let's see if we can get some comments from Miss Sandra Green before we say goodbye. Let's see if we get some comments from her. She is a member of the foundation, St. Andrew's Hospital Foundation, who has sponsored the health fair here in collaboration with the Marigot health team. I'm not sure if I mentioned the Marigot health team this morning, but they are represented here in large numbers. They are the ones assisting along with all the different companies and groups who are represented here. Miss Green, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fine.
And what can you say about the numbers so far, the participation so far?
Well, we are quite pleased with the flow of people who are coming. We have a wide range in terms of ages. We have persons from neighboring villages as well. And things are going good.
And you are happy with how things are going?
Very happy.
Okay.
As you can see, there's a buzz around the place. Lots of people at the screening section. Under the tent where we do the registration, there might be a few up there at this time because I've gone up there, so I don't know what it looks like under there. But all in all, the healthcare is going good and we're having a reasonable good turnout.
And this is something that will definitely continue.
Yes, as long as the St. Andrew's Hospital Foundation USA is able to, we will continue to support the venture. It's in our community. It is in the health district that serves us, and so we will definitely continue to partner with most likely Fresh Market again and NBC to do the health care. Next year will be our third showing. God's willing, we will definitely do what we have to do.
I hope the people were hearing you. I just realized I didn't give you your mic, but I trust that they were hearing you. And thank you for speaking with us today.
Okay, thanks for coming. You know, Emo is always there keeping the people abreast of what's going on in the communities and in Dominica by extension.
Thank you.
Nice having you.
And there you heard from Miss Sandra Green, who is the representative of the St. Andrew's Hospital Foundation, who is sponsoring, or who is rather the platinum or the gold sponsor here at the Marigot Health Fair. So we're about to say goodbye. We just want to show you the banner once again and just encourage you to come on down to MayFest 2024 Marigot Village Health Fair. Again, we encourage you, knowledge is power. We encourage you to spread the information. We want to see you screenshotting or screen recording some of the talks here today. A wonderful presentation by Israel. We also had some more wonderful presentations by the members of the Health Promotion Unit. So, of course, we want to see the information being circulated, continually circulated. And thank you in advance for helping us spread the word that health is wealth and early prevention prevents serious issues in the future. So this is Emonews and we are saying goodbye and thanks for joining. See you everyone.